am I at my core? I'm a woman refined by fire, but not consumed by it.
I've been an award-winning leader celebrated for my success, but I've also been laid off, survived a house fire, and battled chronic illness. Every setback became a setup to rise, reinvent, and shine brighter. I've created the Connie Korbelic Podcast, a space to help you rise and reinvent with confidence. Join me every Saturday and step boldly into your next chapter.
Well, good morning. Happy Saturday. We are August 30th, 2025, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Labor Day weekend. I wonder what you guys have going on. Any fun, exciting activities? If so, comment in the chat and let me know, or comment on the live. Let me know what you're doing, what activities you're looking forward to this weekend. Maybe you just want to chill at home and relax. And hey, everyone gets that, right? We need our downtime, our days. So, drop it in the chat. Let me know where you're checking in from. If you are watching this live, I'd love to celebrate and say hello. And hey, if you're watching the replay, type replay so I can circle back and thank you for showing up here and channeling support for me on this channel. I certainly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Got a little festive Labor Day music to kick off the podcast today. Just enjoying the little funky beat a little bit. I always enjoy a good jam. There's something about music that can just entirely change your mood, your atmosphere, and just kind of set the tone for what you're walking into, your day, your mood. And sometimes I found this morning and I was like, okay, I'm jiving. I'm here for it. Anyway, and I'm glad you guys are here for me today as well. We have an exciting episode to kick off today. I'm going to take the music down here just a second. There we go. Take that down. Don't see anyone on the live just yet, but I certainly appreciate those as you pop in. I'll certainly take a moment to say hello. Since it's Labor Day here in the U.S., I do want to pause for a moment just to honor what the holiday is truly about. It's not just an extra day off. There is a lot that built up to the Labor Day that we celebrate today. And it's not just an extra date on the calendar, an extra day off. It's a reminder of the hands and the hearts and resilience of everyday workers. It began in the late 1800s, and it was, at that time, 12-hour shifts, crowded factories, and even children at machines. Then, brave men and women stood up and lifted their voices and said, work shouldn't break us. Work should build us. And from their courage came a movement. From their movement became the holiday we celebrate today. And from their sacrifice, we inherited a truth. And that truth is that the dignity of work is not in titles or corner offices, but in the unseen, faithful contributions of people. People who keep the world turning. I've had an opportunity to really work for organizations that have put and been a people-first organization. And those organizations shine. They see success because their people are bought into and feel a part of and feel valued in the company. And, you have companies that have, are company or employee owned and operated, and they have, shares in the profit sharing and things like that. That is really what companies should focus on. Every employee makes a contribution to the organization's success. And when that success is shared across an organization, there's nothing like it. All right. So today, this weekend, Labor Day, is not just rest from work. It's recognition of worth. It's a tribute to perseverance. And it's a promise that every person's effort matters. And maybe that's the reminder you need right now. Because whether you've been laid off, demoted, or left unseen, your worth is never and will never be tied to a job description. Labor Day reminds us that your labor, your effort, your heart, they matter. Even in this chapter, if it feels uncertain, your story is still being written. Today's conversation is one for those who have been laid off, passed over for promotion, or left questioning your worth. The ones who've quietly wondered, am I still valuable in the marketplace? Do I even matter to anyone anymore? Friend, if that's you, I see you. You're not alone. I can echo those sentiments and those feelings after facing, 2 layoffs in a matter of 10 months. I echo those feelings after a demotion that happened in front of the entire people I was leading. It was difficult to face, one of the hardest things I've ever done. Been there, done that, felt it. So let me take a moment just to introduce myself properly for those who may not know. I don't just say all of this as a coach, I say it as someone who's lived it. Despite being celebrated for my success in corporate, as I said, I've been laid off twice from 2 different companies in less than 10 months. I've been demoted. I've had to walk away from a role that I loved, from special teams that I helped build, and simply because my values no longer aligned with that organization. I know that sting of uncertainty, and I know what it feels like to shrink back, to wonder if you'll ever stand out again. And that's why I do what I do today. I help individuals facing career change or job loss move through that uncertainty, rejection, and invisibility into a season of clarity, confidence, and calling. And together we rise, we reinvent, and we stand out uniquely, boldly, and with purpose in today's ever evolving workforce. And I think that will continue to be the market, the landscape, the workforce is ever evolving. And that's, exactly what I want to give you today. A new lens for your season of reinvention. So we're going to break down a word I'm calling growth, and it's an acronym that's going repeatedly onward with tremendous heart. To grow, you have to continuously, kind of like growth of bamboo. It's something that you water it every day, and over time, it's soaking up that water and it's building underground, and all of a sudden it shoots up really fast. Growth is a repeated action over and over, little things, that consistency of habits that you begin to change mentally, physically, internally. Just those, you're developing those tools and values and skills and assets that grow you into a stronger individual that make you stand out in the talent marketplace. I'm going to pause here just for a second just to see who we got checking in on the socials. Hello, Mr. Tony Smith in DC. Thank you so much for watching today. Just a second here. Okay, had to pause for a second just to quickly respond to a message. All right. All right, I'm going to jump back into it here. So we're going to break down that growth acronym. Growth is possible after setbacks, after economic downturns, after layoffs, after rejections, after missed promotions. And I'm here, but I don't have all the answers, and you don't have to have all the answers. But it's about showing up with heart over and over again as you begin your next chapter and as that next chapter unfolds. So let's dive into that. So growth, that acronym is going to start with G for going. Growth begins with movement. After a layoff, it's very normal to feel paralyzed, frozen by the grief, the shame, the disappointment, and the fear of what's next. But going doesn't mean sprinting. No one who starts to run a marathon or, does the long run starts doing that. It's a mile at a time. So it starts with taking those smallest steps forward. That's one job application, one update to your resume, or maybe one coffee chat with a friend or a peer or an old, mentor or supervisor or someone that you work for. For me, some of my jobs that I have been able to land have been just through making a phone call and having a conversation with a leader that I worked with before and I enjoyed working with. Hey, I'm actually open to work right now, and I would, love an opportunity to see if you have anything open that I might be a good fit for. And of course, you have a conversation, and it just stems from there. It grows from there. So networking is Landing a job is 70% networking and 30% application. So you're more likely to land your next opportunity or the right role for you, coming back from a career setback by leveraging your network and who you know. So just beginning that momentum starts with that one single step. Our next letter in the acronym for growth is R for repeatedly. Reinvention isn't just a one-time act of bravery. It's not immediate success. It's a series of repeated steps, consistency, consistency, consistency. And that pain point is rejection, right? Your applications disappear as you're applying for roles into an endless black hole. You never get phone calls, callbacks. It just seems to be you're just ghosted. You hear silence, or worse, you do get that, hey, we didn't actually select you for the role. And then you start questioning, well, am I good enough? Am I actually worthy of opportunities like this? Growth happens in that repetition. Every no answer, every silence prepares you for that eventual, hey, we've selected you. We'd like to offer you the role. That yes, that we're all looking for. And every attempt, while it's painful each time, strengthens your resilience. So keep showing up and keep going repeatedly. I'm going to pause here just to take a look at socials. I see we've got New York in the house. Thank you so much, Mr. I am Mitch Race. Good, so good to see you. Tony Smith saying value. That is fantastic. Thank you guys so much. All right. Our next letter is O in our growth acronym. So we have G, which is going. We have R, which is repeatedly. And then O, which is onward. Onward. So many of us get stuck staring at a closed door. You're laid off. You got let go. You got fired. Whatever it is. You're sitting in the pain. And it's okay, right? We need to process it, what's happened to us, and deal with those emotions associated with it. We replay those layoffs in our heads and we obsess over what we should have or could have done differently. But onward means releasing the old chapter. You're not locked in the past. You have no chains, especially after a layoff, right? That's a business decision. It's not something you personally did. So we burden ourselves with the chains of the shame and the guilt and the frustration when we don't have to, you know? You're walking forward into the new. Release the grief, release the chains, release the shame. Ask yourself, what did the job teach me? And what can I carry as growth into my future? That's onward. Our next word or next letter in the word growth, our acronym here is W for with. And it seems so simple. Like just as I was kind of putting it together, everything kind of came to me and I'm like, this is so simple. Like it's just simplicity can be so profound at times. But W is with. Reinvention is not a solo sport. Your biggest trap is isolation. Thinking you have to have it all figured out all by yourself. You have to have all the answers. Feeling ashamed to admit that you're struggling. But growth happens with mentors, with community, with friends, with faith. You don't have to carry this season alone. Surround yourself with people who see your potential even when you can't. Your growth accelerates when you do it with others. I'm so privileged myself to be a part of an outstanding community who is there to rally around all of us, you know, in the community that are trying to grow ourselves individually with our businesses and in whatever aspects that we're doing. We are all there to grow with each other and in the community. And community will take you so much further than your own individual willpower. And I'm going to pull this all in. This week I saw something and, you know, sometimes things cross your screen, you're on your phone and it kind of just seems to come right at the right time. I'm a firm believer that God will send you the things that you need to see right when you need to see them, whether that's through social media, whether that's through a friend, a text message, a phone call. Hey, you were on my heart today. Hey, I'm praying for you. Like whatever it is, if you need something, God is going to use his people to minister to you. And this week, something came up for me on socials. And there's a video from the scene in the movie Finding Nemo. And, Nemo is stuck in the fish tank and the little thing that like sucks up the water and filters it. And the angelfish, Gil, that's in there doesn't rescue him. In fact, hey, Nemo's like, can you help me? And he's like, no. Instead, he guides him through the means to get unstuck. And he's like, oh, I can't because of XYZ. I have a bad fin. We all know the movie. And that just resonated with me. I can't because, right? That negative mindset that we say, oh, I can't. But then Gil turns and kind of swims away and says, well, it never stopped me. And you see the angelfish's, Gil, damaged fin. And I just thought, what a beautiful illustration to resilience and selfless service to those walking the same road he once did. He said, I can't help you, but I can be your guide. Hey, do X, Y, Z. And that's my why. That's why I started this podcast. Just like you, I have a story just like you. I'm here to be your lighthouse, to guide you to the lifeboat, to guide your lifeboat to safety amidst the storm of career uncertainty. No matter the type of storm you're in. Oh my goodness, I'm getting emotional. I'm so sorry. I've been there. I felt those pain points. So let me be your lighthouse. Let me come alongside you and help guide you in to the bay of safety from the storms that you're facing in your career and your life and hardships in general. This podcast is your lighthouse to help you find your way back to safety and stability and to be boldly standing out in the talent marketplace. All right, moving on. Our next word in growth is T for tremendous. Layoffs shrink your world. They make us settle for safe when what we crave is to feel significant. But growth calls you to dream tremendously. So this is your permission slip. Don't ask what's available, just trying to apply for everything out there. Ask yourself what's possible. Layoffs are painful, but they also create the space for reflection, growth, and reinvention. Our next word is heart. Our next letter in our acronym of growth here, H, is heart. When you've been overlooked or made to feel invisible, it's easy to think that you have to hustle harder to prove yourself. And I have certainly done that. And that is 100% path to burnout. But the truth, what makes you stand out is your heart, your values, your passion, your authenticity. I've said it in the past, but no one has gained the experiences you have in your career path, your skills, your values, what makes you an asset to any organization. No one's gained it in the way that you have. And the way you tell that story helps you, makes you stand out in the talent marketplace. So when you go forward with tremendous heart, you stop being invisible. You shine. You just light up like the lighthouse in the storm. It took a community, a mentor, my own reflection and healing to throw my heart over the bar one more time and dream about my own possibilities again. So here's something you can do today. Connie, all this is great, but how do I practically apply all of this to my life? You can apply it this way. Write down the word growth, and under each letter, you're going to list out an action step for this week. So I have a visual I'm going to pop on the screen here. So G, we need to go. So this is one small step forward. R was repeatedly, right? So let's do one thing you'll repeat this week, even if it's hard. Our O was onward. What's one way that you'll release the past this week? W was with. What's one person you can connect with this week? T was tremendous. What's one tremendous scares the crap out of you dream that you'll dare to imagine and ignite? H was heart. One way you'll lead with heart this week. Write it out. And as you do that week by week, these 6 steps will help you grow step by step, one letter at a time, going repeatedly onward with tremendous heart. So let me leave you with this. Growth isn't about perfection. It's not about rushing. And it's not always about getting it right. As you grow, you're going to fail. It's going to be messy. But I'd rather have something messy than have something that doesn't get done trying to strive for perfection. So day by day, growth is about going repeatedly onward with tremendous heart. If today's message has hit home with you, I would certainly love to walk beside you. I'm offering a free 30-minute one-on-one sparkle session where we'll talk and discuss where you are and uncover your next chapter together. And we'll take these steps of growth and apply them directly to your career experiences and what career reinvention looks like for you. Because, friend, this is your season to grow, and you don't have to do it alone. Keep shining out there, guys. I'm going to pause one more time here just to take a look at the socials. Mr. I am Mitch Race. These are awesome, Connie, and I must listen to the replay. I am Mitch Race, enlightening analogy, tremendous value icon. Layoffs shrink your world. Yes, they do, 100%. And it's so easy to spiral down into the feelings of shame and grief and uncertainty, and it can literally freeze you. I talked about it, on our career road trip series, and it's your parked car on the side of the road with your hazards on. You don't know okay, I'm stuck here. What now? I am Mitch Race. Great exercise. Awesome. Mr. Tony Smith, excellent podcast. Very glad you threw your heart over the bar one more time. Yes. Thank you, Super C. I love seeing Super C. For those that know me from that thing, it's kind of my nickname, and it reminds me of me being my best self. So I love seeing you guys repeat that back to me. That's fantastic. All right. Well, I'll see you guys Tuesday night for episode 30 of the Connie Korbelic Podcast. It will be our second iteration of our Radiate in 8. That's Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. 8 minutes to help you rest and elevate. Right. Simon Sinek says that 8 minutes of a conversation with someone in struggle can help them reset, feel seen, heard, valued, and back on track as it relates to their struggles. So I want to be here to support you in that way. Tune in Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then I'll see you again for episode 31. Oh my gosh, 31 episodes on Saturday, September the 6th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we dive deeper into helping you feel seen, valued, and boldly reinvented in the talent marketplace. I loved our intro music today, so I'm just going to let that play for a little bit as we kind of round out here. So happy Labor Day, guys. Have a wonderful, enjoyable weekend. Take a second to remember what the Labor Day holiday is about, and celebrate with your friends and family and enjoy your well-earned day off. And hit the lake, enjoy the barbecues. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but it'll be something. So kicking off with this last little bit of music. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Let you guys jam with me for 10, 20 seconds before we call it quits. I love a good jam. Sets your mood, your tone, sets the day. Jiving for a little bit here. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend.